ashtray, Jesus. Just let me know when.
The world made me this way.
The world made me this way.
Trump made me this way.
Awesome, cool. On this episode of the Red Eye Report, we talk about people who identify as another race. Yes, you heard me. We see what stupid white shit people are up to now. What is this? Is Mystic. Mystic tried to identify as a black man with hopes that he'd get to see his dick again, but alas, no.
That was really good.
Then there's Ashtray. He identifies as a Japanese man due to his obsessive liking of tentacle porn.
And it's hard to get my contact.
It's just a fucking fact. Then there's Oracle. He identifies as a white rhino because his words, not mine. His white power is strong. Again, his
goddamn right. Fucking big and strong. Rhino blasting through the blackies.
Yeah, right.
I mean, for society.
Wow.
Wow. He really latched onto that, didn't he? And I'm
Glad
Teddy.
I'm Chinese.
Yep. And I'm Teddy. I identify as a black man, but I've never told anyone this. I'm not really black. I just fell asleep in a tanning bed. This is the Red Eye Report.
I always knew you were too nerdy to be black.
So we're going to go off the calls. I didn't hear what he said.
Weekly benefit
Here,
event.
yeah.
Shut up, guy.
This week's pet, his name is Jim Dangle.
Jim Dangle.
Old Jim Dangle. He's that dog who's got that, he had no bones in his back left leg, so it just kind of dangles there, flops around. So they call him Jim Dangle.
Actually not bad.
Loving home.
Called him Jim until one day back with a possum, then we called him Jim Dangle.
Yep. Sucked the bones right out of his leg. All he was left was the
bones right out of his leg. We had to cauterize it.
I came across this. There was a video on one of my Facebook feeds about a guy who wanted to be Korean.
Oh yeah.
White guy. That's why I came up with this idea for him. But we're gonna start way back in the good old days, back in the 1940s. This guy was the first guy to kind of do something like this, but he didn't identify as what he was going as. He did it pretty much to make money and survive. The guy's name is John Roland Red.
Is this Martina Big?
No, John Roland Red. Corla Pandit. For 1921, as John Roland Red. Around 1940s, his sisters moved to L.A. to make more money, so he decided to go out there too. They were all musicians. So when he moves out there, he takes the name of Juan Rolando to get a job playing organ.
Oh, Juan Rolando. Oh, I bet he played a few organs.
At a Los Angeles radio station. The reason why he did this is because passing as a Mexican allowed him to join the musicians union. They didn't allow African Americans back then.
Oh.
That way he could get a job and also be a part of the union. He was doing good at that. He ended up getting married to his sister's roommate, a white chick. They actually had to go to Tijuana to get married because in California at the time you could not get married. A white person could not marry anybody that was non-white.
What year was this?
Or as we call it, the good old days.
This is back in 1940s. Around 1940s, okay. He got married. Yeah. They come back to California. He's doing good, doing the organ playing.
Being the old fake Mexican.
Yeah. So his wife, him and his wife decided to create a new entertainment persona. And they thought he could have exotic appeal if he passed as an Indian, because not a lot of people knew much about people from India. So
clever scam.
Yeah. So they designed an outfit and everything else.
Probably had a fake cobra that came out of his piano.
Well, he played piano and organ at the same time. There's actually a video, a YouTube video in the outline.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he took the name Corla Pandit. You don't have to pull it up yet.
I'm doing it.
Developed an elaborate about his character. It was said he'd been born in New Delhi, India, to a French opera singer and an Indian Brahmin government official.
Oh my God, look at him. That's a fake. That's brown face.
That's brown face, yeah.
Even though he is brown because he's Mexican, right? Oh wait, no, he's black.
No, he was actually black.
Did he start with?
He's originally black. He supposed to be. He was
pretend to be Mexican to get in the Union.
First, and now then Indian for sure. Back in 48, when he was doing 1948, when he was doing his Coil Padded thing at a Furrier's fashion show, him and his wife were approached by TV pioneer Klaus Landsberg, and he offered him a TV show. And he also offered him another like a composer job for it was called Time for Beanie, which is a puppet show. It was the first. It was broadcast telecast in L.A. In February 1949. It was the first all-music program on television. There's no talking, no nothing. I mean, you could the video you're seeing is actually just the show, and he just plays piano and organ the whole show.
It's cool though. They're showing him his actual handwork. Like he's
right.
Really fucking good.
Yeah. He never dropped his persona. Outside of after he never dropped his persona again. Him and his wife had 2 kids, and because he was pretending to be Indian, they named their kid. They took 2 sons, and they named their sons Shari and Karam to keep up with the.
Yeah, boy, how old were they when they found out they weren't Indian?
Well, he died in 1998, and
damn, this dude lived a long time, huh?
He did, yeah. He was born in 1921, so yeah, he died in 1998. He was actually in what was that movie? He was actually in Ed Wood in 1994.
That movie?
Yeah, the movie Ed Wood. Yeah, he plays an Indian musician in the movie. But this is back when everybody, because he died in 1998, nobody knew he was in India.
So was it only after his death that
right
people found out?
After his death?
Oh,
after his death.
Good for him.
After his death, there was a reporter named R.J. Smith.
I mean, he carried the act all the way through, right? Wasn't caught.
Yeah, he never dropped the act in their life.
This isn't. It's not predatory or anything. Like
no, right. He just like I said, he's doing it just fine and make money and stuff. Back.
They wouldn't allow it today. I guarantee you that.
Okay, right. No. So the
Indian Twitter feed would flip.
Awesome, cool. Okay, so the way he was found out is
please don't dismiss the Indians.
Shut the fuck up. The way he was found out was a reporter, R.J. Smith, wanted to write a book about the clubs in the 1940s, the black clubs in the 1940s. So he's going interviewing these people in clubs and stuff, and he hears this guy playing the organ and the piano, and he's like, "Hey, that's actually pretty good." And the guy's like, I know this one guy named Red who was better than I was, and I come over here and I turn on the TV and I see him up there being old Coil Pandit, and that's how they found out. He was Coil Pandit. Now we get to some weird shit.
It'd be interesting to hear what it sounds like, because the way he's slapping that organ.
Oh, you're not here to...
Yeah, I'll put it through the thing a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's old-time music. Roll that beautiful beat footage.
Roll that fake Indian footage. Go back to where he's slapping the whole fucking keyboard with his forearm.
Stop telling him what to do.
Hey, it's my... There we go.
There you go.
Yep. All right, now we're going on to some white tomfoolery. Next up is a guy called Ollie London. All right, have y'all heard of this guy?
Nope.
I think so.
Ollie London is he's a British internet personality, singer, and actor. And what he's known for now is trying to become. He identifies as South Korean.
But he is British.
He's British. He's white. You got the picture up there from the.
Yeah, I'll bring it up in the outline here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like the bad guy off of Harry Potter now. Well, he was like a Korean.
He went to Korea.
Yeah, he does look like Voldemort.
Awesome. He went to Korea in 2013 to teach English for a year. And while he was there, he got enthralled with all the Korean shit. And he also got obsessed with BTS. And he's doing these surgeries to look like Jim out of BTS.
It's terrible.
He has spent, as of April 2022, he has spent over $230,000.
Damn.
On more than 20 plastic surgeries and a quarterly skin whitening injection. His next surgery apparently is he's going to get a penis reduction. because the average Korean penis is 3.5 inches.
Man, he's going all the way.
Right, exactly. He said that's what
You never go
How
full
humble.
Korean. I think I'm turning Korean. I really
Never go
think
full
so.
Korean.
You never go full Korean.
Not down there.
Yes.
Pokemon So 1994 went full Korean. Never recovered.
Arrogant. Next person we have is Martina Big. Oracle, if you could, in the outline, there is a martinabig.com.
Yep.
Who willingly chops off some of their dick? Blows my mind, dude.
I know. God.
So
Hey,
was
buddy,
that
talking
just
about a
like
vasectomy.
fucking like darkening stuff on her skin, or what the hell? Because she looks like a Klingon in the background.
She actually
She looks like a
she went okay. She did have pigment surgery. She went full. What's that movie? Fucking she went full.
Star Trek.
Yeah. She did.
Jesus Christ, man! But how come her pictures, these other pictures, she's super white?
Because she started in 2012. She started in 2012 getting breast augment surgery. And then after that, she identified as a black woman. So in January 2017, she had a medical treatment. Tropic Thunder. She went full Tropic Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
It's so funny because it's goddamn true. She's just fucking missing the ridges on her head.
Yeah,
Okay, so in February 2018, she traveled to Kenya where a local clergyman baptized her, right, as a and gave her the title True Kenyan Woman. She was given the baptismal name Malaika Kabwa in Swahili, which means big angel.
Oh God, how much did she have to donate?
I don't know. In May 2019, she replaced her previous breast implants with new big models, which are the biggest breast implants in the world, each with a rated volume of 20,000 cc's each.
Oh,
damn.
She's only 5'7" also.
Yeah. The poor nipple probably looks like it's been, nursed on by a shark, like just fucking jagged old fucking edges and scar tissue all around. Oh man, I mean, or they look like a Klingon, just like he was saying, like a fucking.
But it's weird. She's a German chick, right? So, Oracle, under the Martina Biggs thing in the outline, the last thing is a little YouTube. She's trying to sell some makeup, some black makeup actually, and you can hear what she sounds like. It's fucking crazy.
Black
yeah, the shit on her arm, but she's selling the shit.
I'm really, really proud.
Oh boy. Look at those nails.
Yeah, she looks fucking retarded. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, people. Next up is Rachel Dolezal.
Mm-hmm.
She was the president of the Spokane chapter for the NCAAP and NAACP 14. Okay.
Did you say NCAAP?
I think I did.
What are you laughing at, Ashtray? Holy fuck.
I'm fucking stoned.
Oh my God.
Actually, it's still that stupid goddamn Klingon comment. I can't get.
You have a bloody nose or something?
No. I was just trying to blow my nose, and then I laughed while thinking about the image of that woman as a Klingon. It's just killing me.
Wow, that's what gets you to laugh like that?
Well, it's also this some new weed too. It's fuck. It's gotta be this new stuff. It's I just ground it up too. Whew. But man, yeah, that had my fucking funny bone ringing.
Way to go, buddy. All right, next up is Rachel. So I'm glad Ashtay's having a good time. Like I said, she was in 2014.
But really, fuck him though.
Yeah, but really, really, fuck all y'all. Actually, she was the chapter Spokane chapter president for the NAACP.
Gotcha.
Okay, got it right that time. Woo, black folks united.
National Association for the Advancement of Colored Persons.
Colored persons, yes. While she was in Spokane, she kind of drew attention to herself because she kept making these like hate crime claims. Like there was a news outside her office. She said that she got 2 notes at the post office. There were hate letters. And so it kind of got this one reporter. He was like, "What the fuck's going on?" This shit hadn't happened until she became, the chapter president. Mm-hmm. So I started looking into it. And she was going around saying she was black. So he tracked down her real parents, and they were like, "Yeah, she's not black." Turns out,
they was white as fuck.
Yeah,
yeah, right. Plain Jane Klingons.
She also made a mistake because on the Facebook webpage, Facebook picture of a guy named Albert Wilkerson, who was supposed to be her father, and he denied it in all 3 interviews. She did have 2 adopted black siblings. Her parents adopted 4 other kids. In 2009.
Yeah, that's right. She did have black siblings. Yeah, it wasn't like she completely white home suburbia, but
yeah,
still.
And because she kept making these claims and stuff, that kind of did her in. It turns out the 2 letters she got at the post office were in the post office box, and you can't get in your post office box unless you have the key. And the police that case was dismissed because the police got that through.
Wait, so like it never actually, like she just put the letter in there,
right? She put it in there, right? And
she didn't even mail it to herself.
Yeah,
like a smart person would.
Yeah.
There's no stamp and postage on it. All right, get this letter in here. Well, we rewound this video from the day before, and it looks like you may have left something.
Fuck. But yeah, I want to hear what do you all think of and these are all white people also. I mean, how fucked up is this? I think that for one, I think this identity thing is getting out of control.
Well, the thing is
saying that their race is not what they,
Excuse me. There are, though, and has been for a while, like weird subcultures of cultures mimicking other. Like there's that weird group of Japanese kids who love.
Chicanos.
Yeah, to look like they're straight out gangbangers in Mexico.
Yeah, and white girls listen to Eminem, but they're not trying to say that they're fucking,
No, I'm not saying like that they're doing the same thing per se, but as far as I'm sure there's instances of like fucking Russians trying to be, Indian or vice versa.
Mongolian.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of fucking races out there.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I think it's fine.
But I think when it comes to trying to use the race card like that bitch,
well, yeah, that's the thing.
White people trying to play a minority
character. Right? Like if you're just whatever, if that's like who you grew up around, and that's kind of the culture that you're identifying with, and it kind of gets into this weird race gray area. But yeah, when you start doing like really public shit like that, and you are using this as some kind of a card, like Ashtray said with the race card. I mean, people, they just need to look at you. Like it's just kind of like, what do you think? Everybody's a fucking idiot.
The thing is, though, I wonder how's that argument going to mesh with the people who want to change their gender, because right now you can claim you're the other gender and you don't have to have any actual surgery or hormonal therapy.
Yeah.
But if you clearly want to claim that and play and dress the part, it's now more than ever anyways. People are okay with that.
Yeah. Well, I heard that a local school around here.
Start, looking like a Klingon.
Right. Well, I heard that a local school, a local school around here, they actually have litter boxes set up in the bathrooms if kids identify as cats.
Now you sound like
Okay,
an old
now
Republican. You sound like an old Republican
another
watching
one of those-
like Fox News. You sound like an old Republican watching
Fake
TV.
No,
news story.
hey man, I'm a rhino. Or I guess
That's
that's
a fake news story that
No.
was about Wanakee. What school in your area is doing this? Or is this just
people
what you're fucking...
from a Marshfield were telling me that. They're like, yeah, they got this shit set up in the schools. I don't know, but I'm just like, what the
Yes.
fuck?
Yeah, dumbass, you're just repeating this dumbass
so-
story.
Oh, well,
There's actually
I'm a
whole article
dumbass.
About, it actually started in Wanakee.
Okay.
The claim was that Wanakee was actually allowing the students to identify as animals and like sit in the corner and stuff. And it started these right-wing rumors that,
Okay.
oh yeah, the schools have this now. And it's like, no, Oracle,
Okay.
it's not that bad. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Travis was saying that it's sort of like stolen valor in some of these situations.
Oh, for
Hmm.
the especially
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
I see that.
white, pretending to be a minority, and you're like, look at me and my minority status.
And so I didn't mention this in my little Rachel Dozell story. Back in 2002, she actually she went to Howard University. She actually sued them because she said she was denied a position, and I think it was like scholarship funds because she was white. And this is like 10 years before the whole her getting caught for being black shit.
You know, and that's the thing is she's taking away resources from that school. You know, whatever the lawsuit, I'm sure was not cheap with all the lawyer stuff.
Yeah.
That's just,
Yeah, she
you
did
know,
not win, but yeah. Oracle had that story of the vet who wasn't one, is what Travis said.
oh yeah.
You did have that. Yeah, it is right now.
Yeah, crazy story. Well, I mean, people will go through great lengths. There was this woman
that's right.
that
How
just
did
went
that
through.
end up?
I think
talk
she's
about it now?
doing prison time.
I mean, she should be. I mean,
Yeah, well, because
she was
she was stealing money from the federal government, and you know they absolutely crucified her for that. And it's one thing if you are, you know, if you're just some deadbeat guy that goes into an Arby's and you say you're a veteran or whatever to get
Give me my free shake.
right. But if you're taking away resources that you have done nothing, and it just the lengths to that some of these stolen valor people go through, it's insane. Like it's so much. It's like, man, you could have been an astronaut by now with all this fucking
effort to like carry
Right.
on the scam.
Yeah.
Or they could have just been a veteran.
You know what's funny is my mom said that about my uncle one time. She was like, he expends twice the energy to like try to rip people off and like be a scumbag. If he was just to apply that intelligence to like legit things, he would have money. You know what I mean? But like he was out here trying to like scam people with like fucking shitty engines and cars and shit.
Oh,
like
he like selling parts and stuff.
Yeah, like shit. Yeah, dude, he was a fucking scumbag. He was in prison all the time and shit.
Yeah.
Travis says, I haven't seen people like that since Vietnam Whorehouse. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
what
so
that is either.
Thanks, Travis.
It's really,
Travis
really,
is like, God, you guys suck.
I think this whole transracial thing is really, really fucked up. The one for the fact is it's white people doing it. And it's I feel like as we were talking about the whole little the gender thing earlier, that's more white people doing that too. And I think that's getting more validity than
You know, when people argue that white people don't have privilege, all you have to say is, you know what? White people are the only ones that try to be minorities.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
think
true.
about that. That's how much privilege we have.
Well,
we'll be like,
the thing
I
is,
don't
though,
want to
that's
be
just
white.
the
I want to
actual.
be like them.
That's the actual math for them, at least in America,
Yes.
because as the majority, we have to pretend to be like a minority because everyone else is a minority, but white people.
That's right. We're taking over, fuckers.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a mass of people in Kenya fucking bleaching their skin because they want to be fucking white.
Oh, they got the fair skin complex in African countries all over, mostly due to colonialism.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like servants would have a child with their white owners in these colonial periods, and the mixed child would get preferential treatment because it was obvious that it was the owner's child as well. And then those fair-skinned
I don't know if
Africans.
it gets preferential treatment. Back in South Africa, like mixed kids didn't get preferential treatment.
I'm just talking in like a generalized colonial
I think
era.
the mixed kids in South
I'm not
Africa
talking
were
about
treated worse.
apartheid.
Say what?
I think the mixed kids in South Africa were treated worse.
Probably.
At least that's
They're
what
hated by
Trevor Noah
both.
told us.
Right?
Trevor Noah's grandma, anyway.
True.
Boom.
Trevor Noah would save it for us. Come on, Trevor Noah. Our guest tonight.
Travis says his Vietnamese neighbor says they put bleach on their skin to try to make it more white. That doesn't seem very.
Real?
That's what it says in the fucking Facebook feed.
Right.
Well,
Travis's Vietnamese neighbor who may be fucking with him.
Yeah. Who's not even Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Right.
He's from
He's from
Alaska.
the Philippines.
But yeah,
Jeez, that's a really big Vietnamese guy.
be proud. He says straight up, be proud of the race you are, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unless you're white.
Unless you're white. 'Cause
Don't be
I wanna-
proud.
I want to be something different.
Be apologetic.
Oh, fuck that.
I really
some
want
people
to-
like-
I could be proud without being seen as some fucking racist douche.
Well,
Yes.
no, the point being, though, is that, like, man, there are a lot of white people, and often they're the ones really causing the trouble, who go through so much self-flagellation trying
Well, I
to
don't- the
be
thing
the
is,
person who's like, I'm not like the other racist white people. I
Right.
see you and your minority status, and I'm an ally. And man, I
Yeah,
guess
those
I
people
can
almost
only
seem like
imagine for
bigger
so many
douchebags,
black people
aren't
who be
they?
like, get the fuck out of my way.
Absolutely.
Has
Get
anybody,
the
has,
fuck out of my
has anybody
way.
seen this season of Atlanta?
No.
Oh man, there's a
A Netflix show?
yeah, no, it's the located
FX, I think.
yeah, FX, yeah. Well, there's a point where one of the somebody said something to a black guy at a party, and a white person gets offended by it, and then she starts crying because she's so offended by it, and the black guy's like, look, it's fine, it's not really, and she's like, I can't believe you're not offended by it, and it passes around the party to the point where like it gets back to the chick. It's so fucking funny. Like all the white people at the party are more offended than the black guy. He's like,
The black guy, yeah.
yeah, and like people are crying and shit, and they like the chick that said the shit to him, they like attack her and shit. It's crazy. It's
Man,
fucking-
that sounds
and he's
pretty
like,
great.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
The
that's
thing
funny.
is,
So
your view on that, Teddy, I've always admired that. Like it's just a word. Words, you're the one letting the word have power over you.
yeah, power, right?
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like when people use derogatory shit like that. Like,
It's not
Just
what
fucking-
it's what you answer to, man. I mean,
Right.
that's-
right. Yeah.
Or like
Absolutely.
how many yeah, it seems like now trannies were tough motherfucking cookies. And now they're like
What?
the softest
You
of
have to
milk.
call them trannies.
Yeah, because I'm an asshole. They love me.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's our topic. Fuck all you fucking motherfuckers who fucking white people. We're going on for a what's sexy part of the show. Fuck y'all.
I love it. Everything just boils down to fucking white people.
Fucking white people, right? It's like shit. I really did search for if anybody listening or watching, if you can find something where a YouTube video, anything where a black person is bleaching their skin or identify as white, then you please let me know. I did search, I could not find it. The only thing I found was was Corla, and so that was the only one I found that was like that for black people. I tried to even it out, but y'all motherfuckers crazy.
There's that whole Seinfeld episode where Elaine dates a guy that she didn't realize is black, but everyone's like, yeah, he's black. And she's like, oh, he is?
Yeah. And then he
Because-
thinks she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that's right.
Like he thinks that they're in a mixed relationship, but it's because she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And she's like, what?
It actually is
Anyway.
a great, like, we politely tiptoe around that thing, presumption.
Anyway, what's sexy? Oracle, Google Pixel 6a.
Yeah, I got a new phone. Pixel 6a.
Word.
I had a rebate from Verizon, and this is the new Pixel, but it's smaller than the other ones. Decent enough size for me. It's got plenty of power, and the rebate was $500, and the phone was $500. So I just had to pay, I think I paid $64 for it, and seems pretty fucking solid.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can it 100 times zoom?
I don't know. I actually haven't used the camera yet.
What? That's the only thing I really care about in a phone anymore.
I mean, really, the cat. Yeah.
Well, that and it can actually get a signal, but
I think it can. It said something about being able to take pictures in the dark or something.
Yeah, it's called a flash. They did it back in the 90s. Keep moving.
No, not with the flash.
Mystic. Eat each other. I love it.
Eat each other. I love it. All right, so I love watching these. I hate political ads, but it's funny because we're like a week away from the primary, and all the Republicans are like attacking each other for not being crazy enough.
Yeah, right. Not
and
being
it's fucking
like
hilarious, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just like Rebecca Clayfish agreed with Tony Evers once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what?
It does seem
Holy
very.
shit! I'm not gonna vote for her.
Yeah. It seems pretty JV. Like I remember when I came back from China, the political ads were crazy, and it came out that they were actually like Cambridge Analytica and stuff was actually targeting Wisconsin at that time. I mean, the political ads were insane. And this year, it seems like you've got like reasonable people, and then these idiots like, endorsed by President Donald Trump. And it's like, well, he's not the president, and also, there's this huge indictment and shit.
He still is.
And it's just like, come on, that's all you've got? You're not. We got to build a border wall. We're fucking in Wisconsin, man. Like, dude, this is not an issue.
You're up there where the Trump is strong up there, bud.
Yeah, it's ridiculous though, because it's just non-issues.
I wouldn't be able to do
it. It isn't relevant points, and I know a lot of political ads, but I have been seeing a lot more younger people and things like that. And for fuck's sake, we need some younger goddamn people.
Yes, we do.
Jesus Christ!
There should be an age limit on government.
Right, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. An 80-year-old person or a 75-year-old person, I don't care who the fuck that person is, they are not at their peak. Like, this is biology.
Yeah, they're at their peak clout, though, if they've been in that fucking Congress and Senate for a while, and they got fucking connections and money. And
right.
That's what they do. They sit there and fucking, I got my thumb on the lever. Well, look, I'm Joe Manchin. Oh, I'm changing my mind. Sure, I'll go.
I wonder what they offered him. Dude, that's instantly what I thought. I was like, oh, yeah, God, that dude just got a big fat yacht or some shit.
Right.
Three versions and some gold.
Yeah, probably handies from, someone pretending to be black who's really white.
Hillary Clinton.
Toothless blowjobs from Nancy Pelosi whenever he wants.
Oh, Jesus.
Next up is me with Alex Jones Has to Pay. So he a jury found him guilty of talking shit, and they fined him $5.6 million, and I think it's compensatory damages, for this couple. This is just one couple. He still has additional funding defamation trials coming up. Yeah, this is just one. And this is just compensatory damages. That they have to, for the same one, they have to go for punitive damage, which is probably going to be more, because he's an asshole. Alex Jones is the big red faced guy who went around saying that Sandy Hook was a hoax. And all these people whose children were killed were fucking actors and were faking it and shit. So yeah, the way this trial went, he's got more coming up. It looks like he's gonna have to pay up and shit. And he might get fucking. I don't know if he's gonna come back from this. So
yeah, if my kid had been killed there and he was saying that shit, I'd fucking hunt that dude down.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Yeah, we wouldn't be at the lawsuit right now.
No, I'd go to prison.
I'd be in prison.
I'd absolutely go to prison for that. Yeah. No problem.
Sure.
Right.
Next up is Ashley. The pig is alive. Alive.
Yeah. Did you hear this story? I don't know all the details yet, and I kind of just at the very last moment fucking pulled up the link to this article. And to keep it brief, because Ashtray likes to really talk. This time he actually didn't do the dig, but they have revived dead organs, pig organs. They haven't. I just caught part of the article in the NPR while driving home, but they've been able to revive multiple organs of the pig at once. Like they don't revive they don't reanimate the pig, like it doesn't come back to life, but they get the organs to reanimate.
Save them for better transport, I guess, right?
Yeah. So, well, the hope is that this new research, well, for one, though, like the scientists admit, it's very preliminary, and it may, it's going to raise ethical questions about the definition of death. Because this science, though, may also be something that can be used to take a heart transplant, and instead of having to run that thing in a fucking cooler, you might be able to add a couple extra hours or so, or even longer, to actually keeping that organ alive, even though it's disconnected from the body as a whole. So yeah, check out the link. And because pig organs, we've been fucking around with pig organs for a while, as medical sciences go. And the idea is that this may also work on humans, since they put pig hearts in people.
Mm-hmm.
Do
those actually last when they do that? I guess I haven't really. I knew that was something that they did. One of those things
that's got to be replaced at some point or whatever. I just know that pigs are very similar when it comes on the organ level with humans. So yeah, what are we going to do if this kind of technology keeps going until some fucking Zuckerberg Frankenstein is working in his grandma's basement and reanimates his girlfriend he accidentally backed over. We've seen this movie. It's called Frankenhooker.
Awesome, cool. Next up is Fuck You Think. Where we say fuck you. Anyway, Oracle. Choice Hotels Trap.
So I had to drive out to fucking Rhode Island, pick up our last load of stuff a few weeks ago. And I'm plotting my places. I don't need that great of a place. I don't want to live or stay in a crack house or anything, but a choice hotel, a Quality Inn, something like that. I guess they're all owned by the same company. They have this Choice Hotels. Yeah, Choice Hotels fucking app. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to sign up. And it's like, well, sign up for the premier thing for free, and that way, I don't know, we'll give you a parking spot or something like that. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I fucking hit the thing.
Sign me up. Yes, here's my soul.
And it pushed the transaction through. And I'm like, well, fuck, I just wanted to make sure everything was all right. But I'm like, okay, I think everything was okay.
Like you already paid for it before you got there?
Well, yeah, I reserved it because I picked a spot on the map in Elyria, Ohio. So I get out there and I go to the fucking hotel and the guy's like, well, we don't have a reservation for you. And I'm just like, what the fuck? He's like, I think you're at the other place across the street. So I go across the street. They're like, we don't have anything for you. I'm like, hey, what's this hotel? Oh, that's the one there. And he points to the one I just came from. So then I go back over there, and he's like, oh, well,
no, it's that one.
Your hotel's actually booked for next week. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Your fucking app, just pushed my thing through. I don't know if I had the correct date set on there or not. I thought I did, but I didn't get a chance to
check your
fucking
email
confirm it. So then, well, it pushed it through. So I try to contact them. They're like, oh, well, just send us a message, if you got a problem. They ghosted me.
Yep.
There's like fucking in charge me for the room for that night. And it's like such bullshit.
You got charged for a room for the night that wasn't available.
It's fucking bullshit, man. So
how
fuck
much
that.
was it?
It was like, I think $90.
Well,
damn.
Yeah.
Those fuckers. So both hotels were filled up.
No, they had plenty of vacancy. I stayed there.
More than $90.
But I paid for a room.
Oh, you paid twice.
Yeah, I paid twice.
Oh.
Yeah. I paid twice.
You paid twice.
I see. I thought they were saying like, oh, we got no rooms and we got no reservations. So they're just like, oh yeah, we have no we don't know. We are not connected to that website whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, fucking bullshit.
They basically like, we're not going to honor your that stupid app.
Yeah.
Is it maybe the app was a scam this whole time?
A scam this whole goddamn time. Next up is Mystic with Fuck the Brewers. What'd they do to you, buddy? Did he lose?
They touched me. No.
Not hard enough.
They traded Hader away.
Mm-hmm.
A closer. And then they've lost the first three since. I'm just saying. They fucked the whole season. You trade away your fucking star closer. Because you're fucking cheap. You cocksuckers. Oh, we're in first place. We could just coast on by. Meanwhile, the Cardinals come fucking swooping in. Now we're going to lose.
Did they at least get anything in return?
Fucks. Yeah, they got the Padres closer who isn't as good. And then some other dude who then lost them the game last night. So it's just
Who's making these calls?
Yeah.
Who's running this here show?
Come on, Craig.
Right. Who's running this shit show? That's exactly it.
Yeah. Next up is Ashtray, but he didn't put anything in there because he's a fucking retard.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. I really thought that was his. Fuck what you think.
Well,
he didn't put anything in there because he's the fucking retard.
Well, we're going to go on to Teddy. They gave Brittany 9 years, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today in the Russian court, they gave Brittany
Russia don't fuck around.
9 years. Her legal team said they are going to, appeal. There's a whole lot of talk about her being used as a pawn because Russia doesn't want some people. They will trade her, they said, but apparently, people who she was accused of drug smuggling for having carts in her bag.
Drug smuggling.
Yeah.
It's not really smuggling when it's your own drugs. Taking it with me.
They say in Russia the usual time for usual jail time for this type of crime is only 5 years. Adding in almost a third of those convicted get parole. So.
Wow.
Well, now that still is it. What was the comment? Did the article give any comment on the swap that they're going to do with the guy from Lord of War?
No, it didn't say anything about that. It was just about that thing. But apparently, so this guy, he has 25. He was arrested in 2008, and just 25 years. Victor, whatever his name is. So he's got 10, 12 years left.
Yeah, he's definitely a bigger fish. But they're also supposed to be getting out her and the other American guy that they've accused who's being a spy. They were saying that just based on what Brittany, if they were only going to trade Brittany for him, they're like, no, that deal isn't going to work because Like, her offense is still so minor compared to this guy's being accused of being a, American spy. So It's supposed to be a 2-for-1 because we're giving up that freaking arms dude who was played by Nicolas Cage, and
Right.
So,
That's when you know it's serious, when you're played by Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
yeah, right. You made it.
Maybe he'll play Brittany Griner.
No.
He'll get all blackface and fucking become the center of the.
If anyone could pull off blackface and not offend the world, it would be Nicolas Cage.
Right.
It'd be so post-ironic.
He's the one that'll bring the world together.
He will.
He will.
Via blackface.
Yeah.
Man, that's
All right.
Blackface the world.
That's our show.
We are together.
We're trying to be here every Wednesday, Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredreport.com or facebook.com/theredreport. You can't Twitter us because we're retards. Like and share some fuckers.
Yeah.
I'm Teddy.
I'm Oracle.
This is the Spaztastic Ashtray.
And I'm last. Nice. I'm Mystic.
Yeah. This is the Red Eye Report.